Allah welcome all people. How do you become part of the community or worship with people if you don't share the cultures of Islam?
BismillahirRahmanirRahim. Does Allah welcome all people? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of all people, of everything. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially, He has created mankind in the most perfect form. He has created us in the most perfect form, and He has sent us to this world. And this world that we're living in right now, it is not paradise. It is not the most perfect place. This is what is called the lowest of the low. Asfalas safilin. And in this lowest of the low, the mankind who is created in the most perfect form, they get lost. If they are following their ego, they are created in the most perfect form by Allah, who creates and loves and welcomes everyone. But if he follows his ego in this existence that is called the lowest of the low, that one will be away from his Lord, will not be in that circle. Because Allah is saying, don't follow your ego. If that one is following his shaitans, the evil ones, if he's following this dunya, if he's following his desires, although he's created in the most perfect form, he is not functioning in the way that his perfection is supposed to be functioning. Do you understand? That camera over there, it's created factory perfect, we may say. There is a booklet there that says how you're going to treat it, how you're going to work it, and how you're going to maintain it. If you're not going to take care and use that piece of equipment according to the manual from the manufacturers, if you start abusing it, if you use it for a wrong reason, if you drop it, if you do things that's not supposed to be done, what's going to happen to that now? That camera now not only is not going to work properly, but you may damage it, and is not achieving its full potential, and it's going to become a waste. How about this equipment that Allah has created? Allah has created everyone now in perfection. But when we are following our ego, the dunya, the shaitan, and our desires, that perfection now, it is lost. But Allah did not leave us alone in this lowest of the low. He sent 124,000 prophets to us and millions of His friends to us. He brought down 104 books. He gave us a heart, a conscience. All this is for what? To bring us back to His circle, to welcome us back. Now you're going to say, does Allah love that one who is not perfect? Does Allah love the one who is committing wrong actions? Allah does not love that wrong action. we should not love that wrong action. Because that wrong action now is bringing that one to be far away from his Lord. Anything that is going to bring his Lord far away from and is going to put a barricade there, should we love it? Should we love the fire that is destroying us and putting us away from our loved ones? So now the way back to the welcome circle, and he has shown us, it is through these holy people and holy books and these holy ways. It is not through ways that anyone thinks that it is. Because people may say, there are so many ways to Allah. It is the saying of the awliya Allah, that there is many ways to Allah as there are breaths to men. There are so many ways to reach to the mountain, they are saying. But we must understand, the one who is saying these words, they are following the ways of the prophets. The ways up to the mountain, it is through the ways of the prophets. Because the prophets, they are being sent by Allah. And Allah is saying, follow these ones. If your heart is true, if your heart is right, and you are really sincere, I will cause you to meet them or their representatives, or those ones who are my friends. And you're going to go. You think that you're walking, and you're reaching to the top of the mountain. You may. But as Maulana Rumi is saying, the one who has no guide, a journey of 1 year may take him 10 years. A journey that is short may take him a very long time without a guide. You want to climb up that mountain physically? Try. You don't know the way up there. You just have a desire. You don't have the proper equipment. You don't have a map. You don't have supplies. You don't know what to bring. You don't know how to dress. You think that your journey up there is going to be the same as someone who is following a guide who has been there thousands of times and knows what is the best way for you. Not for him, for you. What is the easiest way for you to reach to the top? So, first we have to understand now that if your sincerity is coming from that place where you want to change and you want to become better and you want to follow the ways of the prophets and to follow the ways of the sheikhs, then there are certain things that you must change. Why I have to change? Why I have to give up anything? Bruh, your whole life is change. Our whole life is giving up something to become something else. You don't want to give up anything, don't. But you know what? Very soon, for sure, you're going to give up everything. You're even going to give up your life to enter into another life. So change, it is part of our lives. Change, it is part of the spiritual life. If you are not going to change, then you're not ready to be transformed. Then you're still going to be, like what the awliya Allah is saying, a worm, a caterpillar. It's just going to be crawling here and there, where your destiny is to become a butterfly. You say, I don't want to change, I like it, why I have to change? Why I have to become this thing to be in halwat? You know the chrysalis? It becomes that, it is in halwat. Then You get transformed from that coffin that you're entering into, that looks as if you are dead, and that creature that comes out is completely different from what it used to be. So, if you don't want to change, you have the right not to. Here. But that is not being very intelligent, because a whole life and even the whole afterlife is about changing and becoming better and better. Like what Maulana Rumi is saying. I was a mineral. I was in the station of the minerals. Then I became a vegetable. And from the vegetable, I became an animal. I'm paraphrasing to make everyone to understand easy. And from the animal, I became what? A man. Why am I complaining about change? Why my destiny is to become greater than that? So, what is your destiny? If your destiny is to change, to become, again, that Insani Kamil, that station that Allah is opening that invitation to everyone. And that station of Insani Kamil was what He created us as. Because we're created in what? Ahsani Takwim, in the most perfect form. And when we talk about the cultures of Islam now, the cultures of the prophets and the cultures of the awliya Allah, or the friends of Allah, this is the way that is not to deny your reality, it is to bring you to your higher reality. Because now they will make you to understand it is not just a difference of culture. It is not when you wear the shalwar, it is not just changing from, say, a jeans or a pants into another kind of wear, into another kind of trousers kind. It is more than that. It is to change now from a piece of garment, from a piece of clothes that has a different meaning, different intention, different reason, to something else that has a higher reason. If you're looking at it as just switching, it doesn't make sense. But if you're looking at it as transforming and trying to understand, why is this? Why are we wearing turbans? Why are we wearing haidariyas? Why are we wearing Islamic clothes that for 1400 years, those who love Islam, who loves the Prophet, who loves the ways, they are going to embrace this exterior culture together with the interior culture, the spirituality that they have. They don't say, I still want to wear the way I want to wear. I want to wear my tight blue jeans and I want to be saying Allah. You say, we can't do that. Of course you can do that. You can do anything that you want. But now, is that something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His Prophet and His friends, they prefer? Because they don't do anything without any reason. Maybe you don't know the reason. Maybe you are not going to understand the reason. Maybe you say, it is not time for me yet. That is completely something else. But there is a reason why we're wearing the shalwar. There is a reason why we're wearing the turban. This is not just a culture. This is something that is coming from a divine order that comes with perfection and comes with blessings to make us to transform. You cannot say now, oh, I remember going to a place and say one of our brothers, I think you were there, wearing a turban, and this person coming up and says, Allah doesn't look what kind of hat you're wearing. He is calling himself a Sufi. He's not wearing anything. And he says, and seeing someone who's wearing a turban and saying Allah doesn't care which kind of hat you're wearing. Number one, he doesn't speak for Allah. Is he a prophet? No. Is he a saint? Definitely not. Because every saint and every prophet, they wear turbans. And they understand what is the secret in that. Are there people who wear turbans for different reasons, for wrong reasons? Of course there are. But just because somebody drinks water that is dirty and he gets sick, you don't tell that person, don't ever drink water anymore. Finished. So now, if we are seekers, there are those who have found what they sought for. These are the friends of Allah. This is our Shaykh. He has found it and he's sharing it with us. If we are still looking for something, we haven't found it, we're taking a guide. It is good for us now. Whatever that guide is saying, to understand, to ask questions, sincerely to try to embrace it as much as you can. But nothing that we are doing here, it is arbitrary, it is without any reason. And everything is supposed to help your spirituality. Inshallah, first the hearts have to be together. If the hearts are together, then that time, what should it matter to you if you are wearing jeans or you're wearing shalwar? If you are sincerely saying, my heart is with Allah and those ones who are worshipping to Allah, and I believe, then what would it matter to you what we are wearing? That time you see a group, they're saying today is Wednesday, you're going to say today is Wednesday too. You're going to lose something from it? No, you're not going to. But if you insist and say, no, today is Thursday, it's not Wednesday, then instead of your burdens being taken away from you, you may have more. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy. Assalamu alaikum.
BismillahirRahmanirRahim. How do I stop blaming others?
Blame yourself.